Welcome back to It Is In You TV. It is so good to have you with us today. I want to spend some time talking about something that touches every single one of us. I want to talk about the heavy weight of worry and the gentle peace that comes from trust. So many people right now are walking around with hearts full of anxiety. They are looking for a place of rest, a quiet harbor in the storm of life. I am here to tell you that this peace is available. It is found not in controlling everything around us, learning to let go, placing our trust and our faith in God, who can calm the storm inside our hearts. This is not just a nice idea. It is a deep spiritual truth shared for thousands of years. The Bible invites us to shift focus from our fears to our faith. One simple anchor is found in Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. This is not a command to be perfect. It's an invitation to stop carrying the burden alone, lean on a strength greater than your own, and find rest for your weary soul. Truly trust, release your tight grip. Admit you don't have all the answers. Trying to manage every detail leaves us exhausted. We feel the strain in our minds and in our bodies. Choosing to trust says God is at work even when the full picture isn't visible. This first act of trust leads to less worry and to lasting, profound peace. The journey begins with one small choice to believe. Let that idea settle in your spirit. The invitation is open right now. You don't need your life figured out to start. You don't need to feel strong or brave. You only need a willing heart, a heart tired of the struggle, ready for a different way. I want to be honest with you because this journey of trust is something I have walked myself. I remember a time not too long ago when I was facing a huge decision. It felt like my entire future was hanging in the balance. The weight of it was crushing me. My hands would literally shake. My mind would race, playing out one worst case scenario after another, leaving me paralyzed by fear. I felt small and alone, as if lost in a thick, dark fog with no path forward. One particularly difficult night, unable to sleep, I knelt by my bed. I did not have any big fancy words to say. My prayer was simple, almost a whisper. God, I need your help. I am so afraid. I don't know what to do. As soon as those words left my lips, something began to shift inside of me. It was not a lightning bolt or a loud voice. Instead, it was a quiet, gentle calm that started to settle over my racing heart. A small seed of peace began to sprout in the middle of all my anxiety. The fear did not vanish instantly. That is not how trust usually works. The difficult circumstances were still there. The big decision still had to be made, but that small feeling of peace was just enough to give me the courage to take the next small step. It was like a tiny flicker of light in a vast darkness, showing me just enough of the path to move forward. As I took one step and then another, I began to see that God was right there with me, guiding me through the uncertainty. So you might be asking, why is it so important to trust God? Why can't we just rely on our own strength and intelligence? The first and most important reason is that God's perspective is infinitely greater than ours. We are standing on the ground and we can only see the path that is directly in front of us. We have no idea what lies around the next corner or over the next hill, but God sees the entire journey from beginning to end. He knows the challenges that are coming. He also knows the blessings that await. Trusting Him is like having the ultimate guide who knows the entire map of your life. Second, God's motivation is pure love. He is not a distant, uncaring force. The Bible describes Him as a loving Father. The Bible also describes Him as a kind shepherd who cares deeply for each one of His sheep. His plans for you are rooted in unconditional love. He wants what is best for you, even when the path feels difficult or painful. When you trust Him, you are trusting in that perfect love. You believe He is working all things together for your good. You believe He is protecting you. You believe He is guiding you with a tenderness beyond understanding. This changes everything. Third, choosing to trust God frees you from the prison of fear. Worry and anxiety are heavy chains that rob us of joy and steal our peace. They drain our energy and keep us from the present. Constant fear turns life into a burden instead of a gift. But trust is the key that unlocks those chains. It brings profound rest to the soul. It lets us breathe deeply and face each day without dread. It gives a quiet confidence that we are not alone. It reminds us we are being held by loving hands. This trust becomes the bedrock of your faith, a solid foundation through any storm. It doesn't mean life will be perfect or free of hardship. It means that when winds blow and rains fall, you will not be washed away. You will have an anchor for your soul. Trust lets you see challenges as chances to grow stronger. Trust lets you experience God's faithfulness in deeper ways. It transforms fear into hope. Trust is the bridge from your worry to His wonderful peace. Building a life of trust does not have to be complicated or overwhelming. It begins with small, simple, consistent actions. Here are 3 very practical ways you can start building your faith today. Step 1, simply pray each day. You don't need big, eloquent words or long sessions. Think of it as a simple, honest conversation with God. Tell Him about your fears. Share your hopes. Ask for help with what's on your mind. A few sincere words in the morning, a quiet moment of thanks at night, a quick prayer as you walk through your day can build a powerful connection. Step 2, read 1 short verse from the Bible each day. You don't need to read chapters. Find a verse that speaks to your heart. For example, the Lord is my shepherd. Read it slowly a few times. Think about what it means for you. Write it on a small card and place it where you'll see it. Let that single verse be a source of strength and light. A short line of scripture can remind you of God's presence when you're lost or afraid. Step 3. Take 1 small action of trust. Faith is something you do, not just feel. If you're anxious about a task, like making an important phone call or starting a new project, take 1 small step toward it. As you step, place your trust in God for the outcome. Say a quick prayer. God, I am trusting you with this next step. Then watch what happens. Small, manageable steps build courage. Each time God meets you in a small step, your faith grows. Building faith is a journey, not a destination. Walk it one day at a time, one step at a time. Some days you'll feel strong and full of faith. Other days you'll feel weak and doubtful. That's normal. Keep walking even slowly. God isn't judging your speed. He's walking alongside you, offering His hand. These small, consistent practices, prayer, reading, action, over time create deep, resilient faith that will carry you through anything. This ability to trust is not reserved for a special few. It is an open invitation for you right here, right now, today on October 25th, 2025. You do not have to wait until you feel more worthy or until your life is less messy. God invites you to come as you are, all your worries, all your questions, all your broken pieces. He is not looking for perfection. He is looking for a willing heart, a heart that is ready to trade its heavy burdens for His light and easy yoke. This is your moment to accept that invitation and step into a new way of living, a way defined by peace instead of panic. God isn't waiting for perfection. He waits with open arms, ready to meet you where you are with all your fears and all your doubts. Hold on to this simple but profound truth with all your heart. God is near to you. He is not a distant deity who is unaware of your struggles. He hears the quietest whisper of your voice. He cares about the small things that trouble your mind just as much as He cares about the big, life-altering challenges you face. You are seen, you are known, you are never ever alone on this journey. Let that reality sink deep into your spirit and become the anchor that holds you steady when the waves of life try to pull you under. He is with you always. So I want to leave you with a hopeful and kind call to action. Do not let this just be another message you hear and forget. Make a choice to act on it today. Take one of the simple steps we talked about. Say one short prayer, surrendering one small worry to God. Read one verse and let it be your focus for the rest of the day. Take one small step of faith in an area where you feel afraid. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey into a life of deeper trust can begin with one small intentional choice today. Let's close with a short blessing for you. May you begin to feel the gentle calm of God's presence settling over your heart. May you discover the unshakable peace that comes only from placing your complete trust in Him. May your heart be strengthened and may your faith grow deeper and more beautiful with each passing day. Do not wait to start this journey. Stop worrying and start trusting God today. Amen. Trust in the Lord with all your heart.